There is no such thing as disappointment. Let me repeat it for you. There is no such thing as disappointment. What we call disappointment is a social construct that we use to describe emotions of sadness when an outcome does not manifest the way we expected it. So we call it disappointment and we treat it as a real thing. It's not real. I've made a video before in which I've explained that disappointment, when we experience that, what it really is, it's a rescue in disguise. You had an expectation, and that expectation may be factual. It's not something just made up, but that expectation may have been a trap. And because that outcome that you were longing for it has been frustrated, you have been rescued. But you're not aware of that because you've lost perspective. You were so into getting that outcome. And there's nothing wrong with rejoicing for an outcome. Just realize that sometimes the outcomes you want are not going to benefit you in the long run. For example, you wanted to invest in a business, become a shareholder, but the people rejected you from becoming a shareholder. You weren't part of their club and all of that. You were thinking, why? But later you found out that that business you want to invest in is involved all kinds of scams, and that everyone that was a shareholder was now being held accountable for the losses of the victims of those scammers that were linked to that corporation. So guess what? You were disappointed, but it was really a rescue in disguise. Unlearn disappointment. Disappointment is a way of thinking of the world that we can't see it's a hoax. Well, those emotions of dissatisfaction or pain when an outcome is frustrated, that's a real thing. But disappointment itself is not something real. So unlearn it. Because once you unlearn it, you will not experience those emotional self-punishments anymore, because that's really what it is. Give up the hoax. How? You agree with Christ. Because in the kingdom of God, there is no such thing as despair, because disappointment is really a lack of faith. And when you walk by faith, there is no such thing as, let me say, there is no such thing as an outcome that disappoints. In the kingdom of God, there are only things that amaze you into worshiping and giving praise unto the Most High. Any form of disappointment indicates a lack of faith. And here's another thing. When the Most High disappoints or frustrates certain outcomes, it is because He wants to... This is what He's doing. He is removing you from an outcome that would trap you so that you are free to worship Him. Because some of those outcomes you want, they'll trap you. And you're not aware that you've been trapped. And once you're trapped, demons have hold of you. So the Most High hinders those outcomes so that you are free to serve Him. Well, that being said, we have peace.